This time, we'll focus on Wally's hands. As you can see in this reference image, it's not that hard actually, but if you look closer, it still got some little small models on it. For example, the nut or the mechanical bearing. So we'll simplify it like this, the image in the right. Okay. We'll build it with some basic primitive, for example, like cylinder or square, cube, something like that. But of course, we can add some more detail on it. So here we go. First, I will start from the mechanical bearing of Wallace's shoulder. And if you look closer, it's actually just a cylinder. So it's pretty easy. Just go to the poly modeling shelf and click cylinder and move it out. Go to front view, then move this cylinder close to its body. Scale it down. Also, hold down Control to lock the y-axis and make it thinner, like this. Move it close to the body again. Maybe too close. Let's move it out a little bit, like this. And go to the right view to check the position of it. And yeah, it looks alright. Maybe a little bit front, a little bit forward. Okay. Alright. Next, I'll create the upper arm here. And actually, the upper arm is created from a cylinder, which is being split in half, and then extrude for this side. Okay, so I can actually just duplicate this cylinder, Control D, and then move it away from the original model, and then rotate it 90 degrees. Scale it up, and then compare it with the reference image. Okay, so it got a bit longer, a little bit. Alright. And go to right view and go to face mode, delete this half, okay, and keep the left part. Go back to perspective view, and we create a big hole here. Now we got to fill it. Select this model and go to mesh, fill hole, to fill this hole. Then select this face. Go to the model toolkit, extrude it, and then pull it out like this white. Okay, go back to object mode. All right. Next, the lower arm, and it's still a cylinder, so we can just duplicate from the first cylinder, then again rotate it to 90 degrees, then make it longer like this. Okay, I think that's long enough. And then, well, I can use the multi-cut tool and then hold down Control, add a split here, and then go to face mode and select this face. Okay. And then extrude it like this. Okay. And we can actually delete this edge ring here. So just go to edge mode, double click one of the edges, and then select the edge loop and hold down Control and delete to delete this edge. Okay, and then I have an extra model here, which is a cube. Okay, so let me create a cube. Go to front view and move this cube to the wrist here, right here. Then make it thinner. Go back to perspective view. And actually I'm going to rotate it around 45 degrees. Okay, like this. Let's make it smaller a little bit. Alright. Then we need to model the fingers. And while it got 3 fingers, maybe, I don't know, maybe call it index, then the ring, or pinky, I don't know, because it just got 3 fingers, and this is one is definitely the thumb. All right, so okay, let's call this index, maybe call this ring. Okay, so I'll create index finger first, then duplicate it as the ring, and then duplicate it again as the thumb. All right, so that'll be I will start from a cylinder again. So just copy the first one, the first cylinder, and then place it here. This time rotate along rotate it 90 degrees along x-axis, then hold down Control, drag the y-axis to make it thinner. Okay, go to top view, move the cylinder here to here. Okay, so this one is the first joint, first joint here. Okay, and then Control D, duplicate it, move to here. Now we need a cube. So let's create a cube on the top view, and then put it here. Go to vertex mode and select this full vertex here. Okay, we'll add it in the top view first, then move it to the right place later. Scale it down. Okay. Go to front view, and now let's move it up, and then scale it down a little bit. Okay, make it shorter. All right. So maybe I got to make it go back a little bit like this. All right, and then Control D, duplicate it, put it to here. Go it down again. And this time make it shorter a little bit along the, well, it's the x-axis. Okay. Now we got the index finger. Let's group them together and Control G. And actually, before I group them, I would like to give it some bevels. So select this part, go to H, select OH, and go to bevel to give it a bevel. Let's put down around 0.2 in the fraction. Okay, and then give it about, actually 1 is enough. Okay, 1 segment. Maybe lower the fractions more a little bit to 0.1. Okay. Okay, looks good. So we'll do it again for this part. So select H and then bevel it. Bevel, and we know the fraction is 0.1. That's it. And I'll also do the bevels for the cylinder. Bevel 0.1. Alright. I can just delete this cylinder and duplicate this cylinder to here, so that I don't have to do the bevel again. Maybe make it smaller. Yep. Okay. So now let's group the finger part and Control G, group them, and go to outliner and rename it as index, the left index. Center the pivot. Then go to front view, hold down D and move this pivot to the base of the finger, and actually I have to align it to this point. So hold down D, then left mouse to click on the red arrow here to activate it, then hold down V to snap to point, and then use your middle mouse button and then just slightly click this point and then drag your middle mouse button a little bit. That will snap the pivot to this point. Okay. So now if you rotate the index group, it will rotate like this, and that's what we want. Go to top view, Control D, duplicate it, move it aside, and then call it left ring. Okay. Go to front view, and we'll make these 2 fingers up a little bit to here. Then select one of them, and then Control D, duplicate it, call it left thumb. Then move the thumb down a little bit to here, and also put it in the center, around center, about here. And we can rotate it just a little bit like this. Then let's check the proportion of the hands. Let's compare it with the reference image from the movie. Yeah, we're almost there. Maybe we just need to scale them up just a little bit. Okay. And then move them again. Okay, lower the thumb group a little bit like this. Okay. Then on the outliner, let's group the hands parts. Start from here, this cylinder. Hold down Shift, and then click left thumb to select all of them. Then Control G, group it and name it L hands. Okay. And I would like to add some more details before I mirror it. For example, okay, the shoulder part here, maybe give it some details like this. Right now it's just a cylinder, so it looks too simple. Okay, let me go to the multi-cut tool, then split it in half. Okay, hold down Control and middle mouse, click it to add a split here, and then double click this edge. Then bevel it. Lower the fraction to 0.05 or more, 0.02, and then give it 2 segments. Now select the edge in the middle again, double click it, and then scale it down. And while those edges are selected, go to Mesh Display, Harden Edge. Okay, I will give you a very clear edge like here. Then I'll delete the top edges. Actually, I go to the top view, okay, and overlap those reference together in your view, and then just go to edge mode and select those edges, okay, at the same time, and then hold down Control and delete. Okay, they will just delete those edges, and then select the top face and the bottom face, extrude it, and then offset by 0.05, and extrude it again. This time change the local translate Z like this. And maybe we can add one more extrude to make the center part like this. To extrude it again, okay, then offset more around 0.5. No, maybe it's too much. 0.2. Yep, 0.5 is too much. Be careful. 0.1. How about 0.1 to 0.16? Okay, I like 0.16. And then extrude it again. Put it out like this. And actually, I can offset just a little bit to make it looks more interesting. Okay, and for this part, actually, okay, I'll show you one way to create an extra model from this basic model here. I'll use the multi-cut, okay, and then hold down Control, split it around here, okay. Then go to face mode. Let's delete those face first, the inner parts, which nobody will see that, and then select this face. Go to Add Mesh, Duplicate. Okay, let's duplicate a model from the lower arm here, which is this one. Okay, got this one, and then center pivot. Okay, so right now we got a model, and the geometry just like the original one, the original cylinder. Okay, we got the same geometry, the same structure. So let me extrude this model, give it some thickness. Okay, so I got an extra model here. Again, I will delete the inner part. Okay, to keep this model clean and easy to animate. Don't give it too much polygons. Okay. And the reason I model this create this model individually, because maybe in the future I can animate this arm and push this part inside this body, the inside the arm like this. So I can create an extra model here to make more details around this. Okay, so it will looks more, I don't know, more beautiful. Okay, let's see what else we can add. Yeah, that's, I think, yeah, that's almost it. Yep. Okay. Now, let's select the right, I'm sorry, left hand group, and then duplicate it. Control D, call it R hand, and mirror it. Put in the -1 under scale X. Okay. Now that's center pivot for both arms. Modify center pivot. Okay, that's how I create Wally's arms. Next, let's build the track. And I'm going to model it with the deformers. So first, let's create a pipe. And then rotate it 90 degrees. Move it up. Adjust the subdivisions. Let me give it around 40. And then lower the thickness to 0.3. Scale that up. Keep on lowering the thickness to 0.15. Okay. Make it wider. Go to right view. Then place this pipe to touch the ground. Okay. All right. And let me delete history. All right. And then go to multi-cut tool, and I will make some details on the track like this. So actually I put my reference here. I think I will make more complex than this reference image. So okay. Hold down Control and middle mouse click it, split it in half, and add one more middle edges here and here. Okay. Double click to select these two edge rings and use scale to separate them. away from each other like this. Maybe this. Okay. And now I'm going to select the, okay. Let me see. Okay, I'll use the efficient way to select the outside face, which is, first let's go to edge mode and select these 4 edges. Go to select and then convert selection to edge rings. Here to edge ring. So that will convert my selection to the edge ring here to select all edges around the ring. And then again convert it, select it, and convert the selection to face. Okay, that way we'll just select the face outside and we won't select the inner part. Okay, and that's what I want. Then I go to extrude it, and turn off keep face together, and then offset each individual face a little bit around 0.05, 0.04. Okay, and then extrude it again. This time drag it out and then give it some more offset, 0.02. Okay, you can try out the numbers. Okay, I will just use 0.02 for the offset. So it looks like this. Okay, that's delete history. Freeze its transformation. Okay. Now I'm going to use the wire deformer to deform the shape of the track into a triangle. Okay, and all I need is create a circle first. So I'll use this circle as the wire deformer to deform the track. So create the circle and then rotate it 90 degrees. Go to front view. Make sure the circle is in the center of the track. Okay, you can raise it up. Go to right view and turn on the wireframe unshaded. Make sure the circle is in the center of the model. Okay, you can go to wireframe. Okay, and I usually use the align function to align the positions to the right place. Okay, of course you can eyeballing it, but I will use the align function, the align scale that we talked about before. Okay, so now this wire, okay, or this curve should be inside the track. Okay, so you cannot see it from outside. It's totally inside the track model. Okay, let's select the circle, then the freeze transformation for it, delete history for it. Like this. Okay. Then go to deform and wire deformer. Click it. Then select the model that you want to deform first. Select it, hit enter, and then hit 4 to find out that curve, and click that curve and hit enter again. Okay. Now let's select this model and check the history. We got a wire history here, which is from the wire deformer here. Okay. And let's test it out, see what happens if I change the shape of this circle. Go to the control vertex, pick up one vertex here, and then move that vertex. Okay, you'll see suddenly the track model deforms, but that's not the way I want to it be deformed. Okay, I want it deformed like this. So why it happened? That's because the wireframe deformer, or the wire deformer, it got the function area, which is from here. Go to the wire history, and that's the drop off distance. Okay, so the deformer, it got its drop off distance of how it affects to the model. So if we raise this distance up to, for example, 10, okay, it will extend the drop off distance. Okay, so if we put 10, that's 5 units from this side and 5 units from this side. Okay, so now it looks like what we want. Okay, and actually I can put more for like 20. Okay, then I will just select that curve, go to right view, and then go to control vertex. Okay, I'll shape this track like a triangle. Like this. So why don't we just make this this track like triangle in the beginning? Why should we use the wire deformer to deform it? Well, that's because with wire deformer, we can animate it in the future, like rotate it, and it will act just like a tank track. Because the original shape is still a circle. So we just use the wire deform to temporarily change its shape. Okay. So Maya remember its original shape. Okay. That's very important. Let me keep on adjust a triangle shape until it looks right. Maybe select this control vertex, then make them closer to each other, like this. Yep. And then don't delete the history for the track. Okay, keep that in mind. If you want to animate it in the future, don't delete history. Okay. Then what we have to do is add some more gears or some little gizmos here to make it looks complicated, but actually it's not, because they are just some basic shape with some extrusion, with some split and editing the vertex. That's it. So we can make it looks very complex, but actually it's not. All right. Let's start from a cube. Then move this cube here, right here, and then scale it. Okay. And we can see from this picture, it got some extrusion on the surface, and some faces are pulled out, some were pushed in. So all we have to do is use multi-cut tool, then split the surface randomly, like this. Do it again, like this. Maybe select this two face and extrude it, make it higher a little bit, like this, and then select this face, extrude it, pull it out, then select H, select this edge, then actually select these two edges and push them aside like this. Alright, so the shape start looks interesting. And then how about that? Okay, and I can delete this two edge by holding Control Delete. Delete them and use multi-cut, connect this vertex to here. Okay, and this vertex to here. Okay, so the topology looks more reasonable. Okay. Now skip the inner part because actually it's hard to be seen, right? So I'll focus on the front parts here, and then select this four face, extrude them, drag them out, and give it some offset. I mean some offset like 0.1. Yep. And then maybe select these two face and extrude it. Set them again by 0.2. Okay, and then extrude them and push them inside. Okay, and then use multi-cut tool and then add a split here. Select the continuous edge here, then bevel it, put down 0.1 or 0.05 and 2 segments for this bevel. Okay, and select the middle edge here, scale them down. Then go to Mesh Display, Harden Edge. Okay, go back to Object Mode and let's check how it looks. Okay. Yep, we got an edge goes around the machine here. And even we look from this distance, we can still clearly see this edge. Yep, beautiful. Now let's create some gears. So go to the poly modeling shelf, then right click your mouse and hold down. Actually, you don't have to hold down the button. Just right click above this icon and select gear. Okay, you get a gear that's adjust the outlooking of this gear by editing the history, the creation history. First, I will lower the height divisions. Okay, I put down 1 inside this section, and then make this shorter. Then maybe I don't need that much side. Just give it 12. Alright, 12 is good. And the internal radius, go to 0.1 or actually 0.8. That's too much. 0.5. Okay, I like 0.5. You can play with the numbers, like get tips, gear offset, gear spacing. Yeah, I like that. Gear spacing, gear middle, that's this part. Okay, let's say I like this shape, so I'll Ctrl D to duplicate it, then save it, and keep on editing to create different gears. So this time I'll put 16 sides. Maybe made it tall a little bit. The height baseline. I'm sorry. The twist is interesting. Yeah. How about that? Duplicate. Save it for later. And then okay. Okay. Let's turn off the twist. Maybe give it about 8 sides or 10 sides. And change the radius, the internal radius to 0.8. Okay, step 1 for that. And, maybe this time 0.4. Okay, and we can keep on making more gears, but I think I'll stop here. Then I keep this original gears just in case I need it later. So let me call this gear 1, gear type 1, 01. Or gear type A, 01, like this. Copy the name, select the second gear, then paste the name here, and change it to type B. I think I can do it quicker under outliner. So select the third gear, then put the name here, go to type C, and then the fourth, okay, the fourth one is this one. Call it type D. So we got 4 types of different gears. Okay. And they are my how to say that, database. So I can copy type 1 and then place it here because we need a lot of different gears. So duplicate it, and let's go to 4 views so I can see them at the same time. Then turn on the side view, turn on the wireframe unshaded function so I can see this gear clearly. And then small it, put it around here, and then duplicate it, this time small more a little bit, and place it around here. Okay, and then maybe this time select type C, Control D, duplicate it, and then put it around maybe here. And this one go inside more. Okay, and then type B. Go to 90 degrees. So where's type B? Okay, let's go down. Then okay. I will skip the reasonable mechanical structure theory about that, the gear. I will just make it look like they are gears and look like it's a very complex machine, right? So I don't care about how many gears sides match them with each other. I don't care about that, all right? by adding more and more gears, it looks so much detailed. Okay. Like that. Okay, and then just randomly duplicate different gears and randomly place them inside the track. Alright, I think we need some other different shapes. This time, create cylinder, rotate 90 degrees. Then go to side view. Make it shorter. Okay. Control D, duplicate it. Maybe put it here. Longer a little bit. So what else can I model? Well, alright, let's duplicate it. Shorten it. And then select these these three face or these two face. Okay, these two face, and extrude it. Check them out. Scale them. Or, well, actually go to side view and then add it the vertex. Like this. Put it out. Duplicate it. Rotate it to another side. Let me see. Okay, maybe another cube. Then make this face longer. And then multi-cut tool and split it around here. Select this face, extrude it, move it up. And then extrude this face, check them out. One more cylinder and then copy it to here. Duplicate this one. You can connect it here. Go at then push it inside. Okay. I think that's it. So let me delete these gears. Also the original one, delete them. Just keep this one. And go to outliner and we'll make a group for that. So I have to group them. From the track model here to the polycylinder 17. So under outliner, select track and then hold down shift select the rest of the models and Ctrl G, group them together, call it L track. And let me test it to see if we still keep the deform function. Yes, we do. Okay. Alright. And then we have to mirror the track. But don't just use the duplicate command, because if you just duplicate it, for example, you Ctrl D, just duplicate it, put down -1 under scale X, alright? And let's compare with the left track, okay? If I rotate, let's call it R track. If I rotate the right track, okay, it won't rotate in right way, okay, because it loses the deformer function. So how do we rotate the track? Just like we rotate the track on the right side. Oh, I'm sorry, on the left side. I should duplicate the history also. So let me delete the R track group and select the L track group again. Make sure the pivot is in the center of the grid. And then go to Edit, Duplicate Special, and go to the dialog box. Make sure you check the Duplicate Input Graph. Okay, if not, for example, under the default setting, this function is not selected. You have to select it manually. So let's check Duplicate Input Graph. That will duplicate the deformers and every functions from that deformer. So just hit Duplicate Special. And let's call this group R track. Okay, and again put -1 under scale X. So everything looks the same, just with what we did before, but this time, okay, under the R track group, we got those deformers, and then select the right side, the track on the right side, and see that we keep the history from the wire deformer. And then let's rotate the track. Okay, so it looks right now. So we already finished the track part. And finally, I will polish this model a little bit, and then we're done. Let's select the body, add some bevels. So I select this model, and select the edge carefully. I like to add bevels for the edges here, and around this edge and this, the inner part. Okay, then this full edge, then the bottom. Okay, you can turn on X-ray mode to check, do we have missed any edges? Okay. Alright, and then this part. Okay. Keep on selecting those edges like this and this one. Okay. And then do bevel. Put down 0.25 under fraction. Okay, let's go back to object mode. Turn off the wireframe unshaded. Okay, we got the beautiful bevels around the edge. Alright, let's turn off the isolate mode. Yeah, it looks much better from this angle, from this distance. We can still see the bevel, and maybe give it more space on the fractions. 0.35. Yeah, that looks much better. And also, let's give it some bevels for these two models. Okay, I will make this part, I will bevel this part and then just mirror it. So isolate it, select H. Let me see. I'll select the continuous edge from outside and then the inside continuous edge. And then this one, and then the edge on both sides. Yeah, and then deselect these two edges. And don't forget this one and this one. Alright. Okay, then let's bevel. Yeah, and the 0.5 is fine for this model. So, yep, much better. And then delete the left part, the right part, and then duplicate it, mirror it, Control D, then -1. Okay. Yeah, I need to bevel this part also. Bevel it. Well, I have to connect these two sides first. So use multi-cut tool, connect this edge, and then select edge and go to bevel 0.05, 0.25. Okay. And we can ignore some small parts because it's hard to be noticed. So just put some bevels on the bigger models like this, or like the body, some obvious part of the body. So I'm not going to make bevels for each gear here. Well, that would be too much. So that's good enough for now. Yeah. And you can do it again for the right arm, or just mirror the group again. So Control D, R, hand, then put down -1. Oh, sorry, wrong. Okay. I forget to change the pivot position, so I have to make sure the L hand pivot is in the center. So snap it to the grid. Then Control D, name it right hand, mirror it. Okay. Then let's clean up the outliner. Select all groups except the curve group, and then Control G, group them together, name it Wally. Okay, that's it.